Hey, what's up, YouTube? Ellie French, Cody Krupp. First of a couple reports we're going to do pregame leading up to Sunday's big game. Ellie, green lights. That's kind of cool,
We're
right?
the city of brotherly love.
City of brotherly love.
With my brother
and sister right here. All right. Tonight, I guess let's talk about some of the things we're going to talk about on Saturday leading up to the game. Your point, Saquon Barkley, obviously an animal.
Yeah, he's like the talk of one of the talks of this game, right? Just the first season that he's had with the Eagles, it's been absolutely remarkable. Spent his previous 6 seasons with the Giants and did a lot of good things with them, which you saw, a lot of people saw the way that got all handled in this last offseason with the Giants basically saying, yeah, you know what, go ahead, test free agency, why don't you? Yeah, so he did. Signed with the Eagles, 2,005 rushing yards in the regular season. Quite literally ran away with the single season, with the rushing record crown for the year.
Could have had the most ever, maybe, if they played him the last game of the year.
I was going to say, got those 2,005 yards without playing in the regular season finale. So he's a game changer.
Yeah. Which I think it is fair because the old rules were 16 games instead of the 17. So, 16 he didn't get it. I don't think he should have gotten the record.
Yeah.
But
I think I get that everyone wanted to see him get it, and I think that, there were some mixed feelings with the two, but it's smart. You think about the ultimate goal is to get the Lombardi Trophy, and they want him to be healthy. You never know what could happen. We saw what happened with Christian Watson getting hurt. They wanted him to be healthy. They don't want him to get hurt in that regular season and not have him, obviously, tomorrow for this big-time matchup. So.
Yeah, I'm going to be talking about, we've talked about it, feel like at exhaustion the last couple weeks, they got to start fast. Yeah. Like, you got to do something about these first quarters. Mm-hmm. It killed them against the Vikings, killed them against the Lions, but against these good teams like the Eagles, very good team, clearly. Mm-hmm. You cannot afford it. If you're not going to get it done right away, it's going to be too little too late. Yes, they've had these amazing fourth quarter comebacks, but if you do not put yourself in a closer position, it's too little too late every single time. So we're going to talk about that, starting fast, hear from Jordan Love and Tucker Kraft. You're going to hear what he said, but it was very interesting. He's like, we got to quit just saying it. We got to do it. And I think that's a very good analogy, or breaking it down of starting these games a little better.
One thing I was thinking about is, what do you think is kind of a key, whether it's a player or just a key, I guess it could be player, person, that you got to see something from them Sunday, and whatever they do, that's going to be key in this game.
Who do I think?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good question.
Thank you.
No. Foot, like a wicked, foot. I
have because I know mine.
Okay, so. I'll give you one real quick. It's got to be, I'm not going to say it's not that they're going to make or break the game, but Malik Heath and Bo Melton. Obviously, Wicks. I think the receiving core. We'll stick with the receiving core. It's kind of a cop-out, I guess.
I want to see Melton and Heath get involved.
They need to at some point.
Massive catch that Heath made in that game against Chicago.
Yeah, I love Heath's attitude. He's just like, I don't care. Or not that he doesn't care, but he's going to go out there, absolutely play with emotion. He like he said this week in the interviews, I'm a kid from Mississippi. I don't deserve, or nobody thought I would be here. I'm gonna enjoy it. Essentially, is what he said. And his moment could be Saturday, or it could be on Sunday. Getting fill the shoes, of course, of Christian Watson.
Right?
7th rounder.
I thought it was maybe
undrafted. Yeah, either way.
Back-to-back years.
Yeah, but
he
barely made the roster, essentially, back-to-back years, because of Grant DeBose almost, beat him out.
It was a battle, right?
Yep, it was.
Yeah, I would love to see Melton and Heath get more involved for sure.
Yeah, Melton's been a little disappointing.
I'm curious too, because we saw Romeo have a big game too this season. I'm trying to remember which one it was, but the reason I reference Romeo too is that first playoff game last year against the Cowboys. Mm-hmm. I mean, he was the big receiver in that game for them, and we've seen what he can do too. Like, Romeo's like a silent assassin. Well,
until he wasn't silent.
Yeah.
In week 6 when he with the whole Romeo drama, you know what I mean? But yeah.
He's so talented too.
Yeah.
We see that. Like, he's got great hands. He can make really tough catches. Again, the game that he had a game, which is it's escaping me, when he had that shoelace, that cleat shoelace type catch.
That wasn't the game he came back after the suspension. The first game back. I know he had a good game that first game back, but I don't know which.
So he's great too.
Yeah.
Kind of going hand in hand though with what you're saying. For me, I think the person that needs to have a day tomorrow is Matt LaFleur.
Okay.
When it comes to his game plan. Like, obviously, you look at the player, and they got to go out and execute. Like, he could have a really good game plan. They may not execute it well, and that could be the difference game. But if he goes in and has a really good game plan for this, like that can make all the difference. And what I mean by that, like I'm thinking about offensively things, like attacking the middle of the field, because they have like so many good defenders the Eagles do on defense in so many different levels, but like just trying to find those open areas, creating plays that get them in those little areas, like I said, whether it's attacking in the middle of the field and setting up Josh Jacobs to try to get some great runs, like just really scheming up good things I think will be key too, and going hand in hand with that also on the opposite side, Jeff Hafley and the game plan that he has, with limiting, which the defense has done a great job this season in limiting runs and also limiting the big plays too. Yep. The only 40-plus yard catch we saw that the defense give up this season was that week 1 game to A.J. Brown. So besides that, though, doing a really good job of limiting the big plays, that's going to be key, too. So
yeah, I mean, it's still the Packers' defense at the end of the day. Always makes me a little nervous. Hafley, whoever's calling it, but I think let's call it for this U2. But we're going to be back here on Sunday. Inside, probably. We'll be here early enough. I don't know how much rowdiness we'll get from the fans, but it'll be a cool environment.
I don't know if we'll get any rowdiness.
Probably no. I know.
Not here.
No, but
definitely not.
We're going to call it a day on this YouTube. Thanks for watching.
And we'll see you on air. Tomorrow we have our pregame live special starts at 2:30.
It's hard, yeah. The time difference changes.
Starts at 2:30 Central Time.
2:30.
So we'll be
3:30 Eastern in case you're watching
inside, and we've got Ryan and Johnny back in studio. So we'll see you guys tomorrow.